First trip of the year. Absolute madness and mayhem on the motorway this morning. Weather was atrocious. I wouldn't normally weigh this, but that's £11 2 ounces. It's a good start. Not bad at all. Come on now. And on mackerel tail and pixie dust. Right, scare back. Well, you can probably tell that things are a bit on the nippy side. Well, the walker's just asked me, have you had much luck? The answer to that, I think, is yes. Loads of it. All of it bad. I probably picked the worst week of the year to book some time away. There's torrential rain. Horrendous winds, gusts up to 80 miles an hour. Blowing the umbrella inside out. I found out yesterday that my Pike highly expensive wellies are delaminating, so they're leaking like stink. And to top it all, didn't get even a drink out of that this morning, and the flask is smashed. So this week's booking, I think it's going to be abandoned after tonight. I'll have one night's kip and then drive back home tomorrow. Because I'm not sitting here all day tomorrow with no coffee. It's going to be bad enough today. And the weather is supposed to take a turn for the worse tomorrow. So these 80 mile an hour gusts of wind and torrential rain are going to get worse. How's your luck? Fantastic. Oh gosh. The wind's picked up last night, although it's calming down a bit more, and the rain's come in. But the air temperature is good. The water temperature is slightly on the up. I think it's just over 6 now. So things are looking good. We just need a carp to turn up. Although I haven't seen anything yet. It's now just before dark on the second afternoon. The air is definitely cooling off, but the water temperature's still the same. And I'm blowed if I can see anything apart from birds. Well, it's the third morning. It's calmed down a lot now. The wind dropped off completely. The skies have cleared, so the air temperature's dropped quite considerably. But the water temperature's about the same, just under 6 degrees. Just actually saw a fish this morning, top about 60 yards out, as I was rebaiting one of the rods. So, as tradition tells you, cast into the rings and within seconds you'll get a run. Well, managed to get close to the rings, but still waiting for the run. But at least we saw a fish, so that's an improvement. This is the first morning's air temperature. Not as cold as I thought it might be. And this is the first morning's water temperature. Well, I'm all for giving it a go, but I think we're flogging a dead horse here. We've done 3 nights and just not going to happen. Water's down to 3.5 degrees most of the time, fluctuating between that and 4, which isn't conducive for a bite really. So we're going to give it one more night and pack up in the morning, go home a bit early and live to fight another day, so to speak. Right, we're on the new water this morning. I've had one look at it when I picked up the ticket, but this is the first fishing trip. It's a Syndicate water, I was lucky to get on it. Not the one I've been waiting for. I've been waiting over 3 years for a linear ticket. And would you believe it, 2 days after I took this one up, the offer from Linear turned up. So there's an abundance of Syndicate offers at the moment. Anyway, back to today. I'm not carp fishing. Weather's far too cold, so I've come up here. There's supposed to be some decent pike in here, so I've come up to do a bit of pike fishing. Middle of the week, I can't believe how busy it is. And from what I've heard, there's not much in the way of carp coming out, but that doesn't stop the enthusiasm, does it? Anyway, we've got some mackerel and pixie dust out soaking and a bit of lamprey, and hopefully that'll do the business for us today. We'll see. This is a brief overview of the pike rigs I'm using. For those of you who want more details, I'll put a link to my video Talking Pike, simple rigs and trace making. Well, here we are blanking again. It's been a real terrible start of the year, and it's not normally my style to video fishing sessions where I'm not catching fish, but I haven't had much choice really. It's been an incredibly bright day, not my kind of conditions for soaking dead baits, but it is what it is. But next week and the week after, I think the next fortnight, they're forecasting ridiculously sub-zero temperatures, so I don't think a lot's going to happen then. So roll on the springtime, should it arrive. Anyway, we'll give this about another half an hour, and I think that is me satisfied. Again. Well, we've just come to the end of the first 24 hours on the new Syndicate. Nothing's happened. I think one fish has come out since the cold snap ended, and the second cold snap is due to start again at the weekend. The water temperature hasn't really risen much, it's still around the 5.5 degrees, but that's in the margin, so whether that makes any difference out in the deeper water, I don't know. But we've got the baits out, put a little bit of crumb and maggot around it, and we've got another 24 hours. You know things aren't going too well when you're videoing your food cooking. That's the end of the first session. Carp fishing on the new Syndicate. It's not gone particularly well, haven't seen anything, and nothing else has been caught around the place. The wind coming across the lake is hitting 35 miles an hour. Coming from the east, it's absolutely bitter out there. In fact, I think the water is warmer, but I'm not getting in. So give it about another hour, and that's going to be start packing up and go home and lick our wounds again. Well, that's another 24 hours of blank in. I can't believe how bad this year has been. Going to give it another overnight and reassess it in the morning. I thought last year was bad, but this is terrible. Terrible, terrible. Probably the best way to sum up the last couple of months. At the moment I couldn't buy a bite. Hopefully April will bring a change of luck.